On today's episode of All About the Money, we're going to talk all about the common mistakes that high school seniors make as they're getting ready to go to college. You already know it's Jordan Green-Ellis. Welcome to All About the Money.
Jordan Green-Ellis.
Jordan Green-Ellis.
Mr. Jordan Green-Ellis.
Mr. Green-Ellis.
Jordan Green-Ellis.
I know you may not feel like it, but your feelings are temporary, and sometimes they may not be telling you the truth about who you are. In fact, most times they aren't telling you the truth about who you are. You may feel like you come from the wrong side of the tracks or the wrong neighborhood, or maybe the unlikely is okay. When I was in college, I couldn't afford books, but now I write books for college students. If you haven't already done so, hit the subscribe button below so you can stay in the loop with all things Jordan Green-Ellis. Mistake number 1, how you pay for school is more important than the school that you go to. Hear me closely. How you pay for school is far more important than the school that you go to. I'll say it one more time for the people in the back. How you pay for school is far more important than the actual school that you go to. Yes, brand name schools are a thing, but it don't matter if you go there and you don't handle your business, okay? Don't think the school is going to make you just because you go there. No, you actually make the school. You are the most precious and even invaluable commodity to any college or university. They'll do whatever it takes to get you there as long as you're worth the investment, and I'm pretty sure you are. If you're watching this video, it's because you got something to offer, okay? Don't think the school is going to make you, okay? Or break you, really. You are the one who makes or breaks your future, okay? Period, point blank. You are the one who's in the driver's seat. It don't matter where you go if you don't handle your business. So wherever you go, make sure you handle your business, okay? Don't think just because you got into Princeton or you go to Princeton that everything is just going to be tailor-made. No such thing, okay? How you pay for the school is more important than the school you go to. The schools don't care how you pay. That's why they'll let you get thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars of student loans, nearly $60,000 from the federal level, just so that you can go to their oh-so-great institution. You want to know why that's a really bad idea? Because you don't have any money. You are not qualified to borrow $60,000. Therefore, it's improbable, impractical, irrational, not wise to do so. Why would anyone trust someone who has no job or the ability to pay it back? In addition to that, you know your situation, right? You know where you come from. Perhaps even your parents don't even have that type of money. Why would someone loan a young person that money? Well, because it's a game, okay? It's a game that if you don't know the rules, you'll get played. You won't even have an opportunity to play it. I don't want to sound degrading or morbid, but I want to give you some information so you can make an informed decision. How you pay for school is more important than the school that you go to. Getting the degree at the end of the day is the goal, but I want you to get it with no student loan debt. Let's say you get into Princeton and you can't afford it. You better go to your local school. I'd rather you go to your local school, handle your business there, and come out with no loans rather than going to Princeton or Harvard or Yale and have $10,000 of student loans or $20,000 or $30,000, and that's on the low end, okay? The biggest mistake is that we focus too much on the school and not how to pay. So I want you to be putting some emphasis on how you're going to pay for that school that you're planning to go to, okay? There's numerous videos on my channel that I talk about how to pay for school, okay? Mistake number 2 is this. We don't do the FAFSA. Hear me closely. You need to do the FAFSA, okay? Even if you don't think that you will qualify for any federal student aid that does not incur student loan debt, you still need to do it, okay? Especially if you're going to prioritize how to pay. You know you don't got the money in your pocket. You don't got a college fund. You got to apply to some scholarships. More often than not, those scholarship organizations are going to require you, hear me closely, require you to already have your FAFSA done. And in the last 2 years, the Department of Education has really revamped the process, and not all of it is good. There's a lot more hoops you got to jump through. It's going to take a little bit longer. Furthermore, for any school to give you an award letter, they're going to need you to have your FAFSA done so that they can see what you qualify for on the federal level. Chances are they're not going to award you if you don't complete the FAFSA. Now, if you don't complete the FAFSA and your parents just got the money, hey, cut a check, mom, dad. Listen, if you can cut a check, that's better than debt on any day of the week, all right? But a lot of times students make the mistake or parents rather make the mistake of not completing the FAFSA or thinking just because they make too much. No, complete the FAFSA. In fact, I think it's a good place to plug the boot camp, okay? If you are skeptical about what you'll qualify for on the FAFSA, then you need to get to my upcoming boot camp. The reason being is because one of the things that we talk about is how to decrease AGI. So definitely come to the boot camp if you have questions. You think you're a high income earner, you know you're a high income earner, and you have questions about the FAFSA, among other things. That's going to be one of the hot topics. You definitely want to get there. Okay, so mistake number two is not doing the FAFSA. You need to do the FAFSA. You have to do it. Here we go, and you need to do it every single year. There's some tricks to the trade, rather techniques that you can use so that you can get that money, man. You just got to know what to do. So mistake number one is this: not prioritizing how you pay for the school, and consequently, you'll run into student loans because it's going to be the easiest option for anybody. You're going to put yourself in financial crisis and have to scramble and do things last minute. That's usually the recipe for student loan disaster, okay? And then mistake number two is not doing the FAFSA or not prioritizing it, not being punctual when completing it, okay? And again, the landscape has changed over the past 2 years from the Department of Education, but still, you want to prioritize getting the FAFSA done, no matter how much you think you're going to get. Do the FAFSA. Okay? Mistake number three is this, and I guarantee at least 90% of y'all are doing this. I know it to be a statistical fact because I used to work in financial aid, and every single year we would have organizations reach out to us and say, hey, who can we give this money to? Mistake number three is that you are not strategically, keyword, strategically applying to outside scholarships. I send a scholarship list out every single month to all the students that I mentor in Caps and Gowns University. One of the scholarships that I came across a long time ago, it was called the Book Lovers Scholarship. And the only requirement for the Book Lovers Scholarship is that the applicant had to have a love for books. I'm telling you this, there are scholarships for any and everyone. You don't have to be super smart or talented. You don't have to be the first in your class, the valedictorian, the salutatorian. You don't have to be able to run a 4.3 40 or throw a 90-mile-an-hour fastball. You can get a scholarship for anything. So those are my three huge mistakes that I promise you're probably doing. And if you stop doing them, or if you do the opposite of them, if you start preparing financially, you start putting emphasis on how the bill is paid outside of student loans, that should not be an option, okay? If you have to borrow student loans, you need to find another institution, period, point blank. If you are actually prioritizing getting the FAFSA done, and if you start strategically applying the scholarships, you'll be well on your way to your debt-free degree. My name is Jordan Green-Ellis again. I sincerely hope you're well and you've learned something today. Give me your biggest mistake that you heard me talk about today. What is the number one mistake for you? What do you need to start doing? Drop it in the comments below. My name is Jordan Green-Ellis again. This is all about the money. I'm signing out, but I'll see you next week. My name is Jordan Green-Ellis, and I'm your debt-free degree coach, but who I am is not nearly as important as what I'm about to say. This is Kamaya Tynes, one of the students that I've recently worked with, who is a college freshman and on her way to a degree without debt. She actually goes to one of the most expensive schools in her state. It's over $60,000 a year, and she's getting paid to go to school. Why? Because she had the right information. The question isn't whether or not you can pay the bill. So I don't want you to worry, parents, because I know you're thinking about how that premium price is going to get paid, y'all. Your kid has got a dream school, and they got accepted into it, but you're wondering, man, what do I have to do to make sure that this bill is covered? Because I don't want my kid to ruin themselves financially. You and many others have this question, but you don't have the answer. The answer is in the information, y'all. You got to know how to get it done. Just like Kamaya and Antonio and Desiree and many others families that I work with just like yours, the how is in the information, y'all. So I want to encourage you to get the information. If you're wondering of how to foot the bill, if you're wondering if whether or not you're going to have to take drastic measures like my parents did, who actually took money from their retirement to put their baby boy through college, and it still wasn't enough. I still had to borrow over $30,000 in student loans. If you're wondering how to avoid all drastic situations, then I want to encourage you to look no further and come get the answers to your questions at my upcoming boot camp, y'all. I'm going to give you all the information that I give to my families one-on-one in one day. I've come up with a formula. I've come up with a curriculum to be able to give you so that you don't have to depend on anyone else. One of the greatest pitfalls pitfalls that I see in college preparation is that families think that they have time. Families think that the money's just gonna pop up. Families think that the school they're getting ready to send their kid to is gonna help them pay for it. And the truth is, y'all, they're not going to help you. I wanna encourage you to get to my upcoming boot camp this month. It is the Degree with No Debt College Boot Camp, and I promise you it'll be the best investment that you make this year. Why? Because you're gonna get so much of a return on this investment. You're gonna be like, I should have paid 20 times as much as I paid for it. There are two ways that you can join this boot camp. There's general admission, which is $50, and you'll be able to join this boot camp and get all the information that you need. And honestly, this would be good enough. But if you want to take it a step further, if you want to enhance your experience, I want to encourage you to join the VIP experience. The VIP experience comes with admission to the boot camp, as well as 2 of my books for free, as well as a scholarship list for free, as well as a private Q&A session for free. And the last bonus is absolutely crazy, but I'm going to do it anyway, y'all. You'll get a month free in my private community called Caps and Gowns University. And it's just basically like the boot camp on steroids, y'all. It's so much more information. It's a community of people that are learning and growing just like you on their way to a debt-free degree. So I want to encourage you to sign up so that you can get the right information. Yes, it's going to be a lot, but you'll have access to the replay for a limited time. You'll be able to have what you need, y'all. And if you have any other questions, please reach out to my team at cgu@jordangreenellis.com. I am signing out, y'all. But I'll see you at the boot camp.